Overgrowth.
Up here in the top right in the blue, the Protoss player.
SK Telecom T1 Party.
Parting playing from behind now. He has to win 2 in a row against a guy who just beat him.
Down here at the bottom left, solid defensive play in game 1.
CM Strom Revival.
Like you said, Parting just really did not take him very seriously during that push.
Yeah. It's really so tough. Being a guy who's so emotional like Parting, like I can't even stress it enough. A guy, he's going to get down from that loss more so than any other player would. He's gonna have a hard time here, I feel. Even though, like, we were all saying, even Revival himself was saying that he was the underdog coming in here. Now with Parting down a game, I feel like this is anyone's game.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Parting's the type of player who will just do a build like that. He will just do it. I mean, I feel like it's like he's looking at this instead of studying Revival's playstyle exactly and how he plays DVP. Parting's type of player is just like, I will kill you easily. I'm just going to do it in the fastest way possible. I like to do it. Do a build that I would never use in Korea. A build that I can use against somebody who's, you know, playing in WCS America. A build he's never shown us in Pro League. And a build that's honestly never really used in the matchup anymore in Korea.
Yeah, it's kind of dated.
It's like a PBT build that Parting used a long time ago. Obviously with a slightly different unit composition and a different idea. But that idea of taking a fast third base, not really mining from it at first, and then after you do some damage, transitioning into that third base. But in this matchup, when you go for that type of push, you are dead if they aren't dead.
Yeah, and the one thing we didn't really mention as well is that Revival was able to get those 3 bases up really, really quickly. So he had a ton of larvae. He had so many roaches and zerglings by the time he was able to overrun that attack that, you know, having that kind of third base with that kind of larva with the queen over there, having that kind of larva production is just so key in defending that push as well. This time, Revival going for the 3 bases before spawning pool.
Yeah, very quick, good larva, very solid build against what he's up against.
Yeah, I feel like he's confident this time. I feel like after taking one game like that, he's like, I can hold anything Party can do. I don't know if it's true, but it's definitely going to give Revival the confidence here.
What sort of play do you think we're going to see? I have a feeling we might see that Parting Immortal train. We could also see Phoenixes. Parting's quite good at that as well. That's the type of play we normally see him pick when he does end up facing Zerg players in Pro League, for example. If he's not doing a timing, which he's also quite known for. And if you look at our Race Wars match, for example, even. Obviously a totally exhibition-oriented match just for fun, but he's quite good at it, and he still can execute it very well. He built his initial career off of that. You know, he started getting famous before that, but that was where he got his solid wins, where he was like just crushing through everybody with this push. Being any Zerg player on any map that he faced, you know, you look at it and you're like, there's no way he can make the Immortal push work on this map, and he does it.
Well, looking at the build so far, I feel like Parting is going to go aggressive here. He throws down 3 extra gateways here. He's got that hidden probe over there towards the third base. I think he just wants to be aggressive earlier on, before that 3 base economy gets up and going. I think he's going to put on the 4 base, or rather the 4 gate pressure here at that third base.
Too. Roaches are started immediately, and with these Overlords popping, he's going to be able to make a decent amount more. He keeps his economy so low. I mean, he's only at 29 drones right now, but that gives him the extra larva, 11 of it, in fact, right now to spend right at this moment to keep making roaches to hold this type of push. And if it's Zealot only, which it likely is to be, then this is going to be tough. Okay, he's starting to realize, okay, I've been scouting, I need to have a few more Stalkers in here. He has to very carefully manage his unit composition. He doesn't want to make too many Stalkers or too many Zealots. And I think this is going to be not so tough for Revival to hold, but that is a lot of Stalkers. And these are slow roaches.
Yep, slow roaches though on creep, but a nice time warp goes down. The Zealots are on the chase here. A lot of damage being done to these roaches, and more warpins are going to come in soon enough, but more roaches as well being popped here as well.
Yeah, you know what? He's actually doing a lot of damage to these roaches right now. That time warp was so key. He's got the Zealots at the front to tank And he's always microing his stalkers, you know, making sure they're targeting, doing the maximum amount of damage, never accidentally shooting the hatchery, always doing the damage, targeting down those weakened roaches. If he can get this queen too, that would really hurt the larva, because it's not the larva that's really the problem because he skipped all those drones. It's the fact that he skipped all the drones. He doesn't have a lot of economy here. Parting is transitioning back at home. He's just trying to force units right now.
Yeah,
and trade efficiently.
Making a bunch of probes here. 2 at a time out of his 2 Nexi, and he has even still a very strong attack here. That one queen not doing enough to the mothership core that's even fighting here.
He's about to be at critical levels of damage right now with all the roaches he's killed, and all the resources that Revival has actually put into this. Again, Zealot's the tank here. If he could kill that queen, that would be so ideal for him right now, but it's not easy. Is he going to commit to it? He does! Does not kill it.
Just one off there, but he still has a very strong attack in here, just constantly forcing Revival to make more and more roaches, constantly warping in more and more stalkers. You can just keep on kiting them like this. Look at the mothership core. He keeps on doing damage.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised Revival even chased off creep there, getting a bit greedy. And, I mean, back at home, like you said, the gas is going up, the probe count getting better.
Yeah.
He is going to finally push this back now.
Yeah, Zerglings come into the mix, and it's able to push him back. Not enough Zealots here, but 2 gases up now. Has a bunch of these workers. It's now 42 to 29, and it's been that way for a while.
This was like a, you know, 2 base, 1 gas, 4 gate. It's transitionable. It's a transitionable 4 gate. It's not even just like a Zealot 4 gate or an all-in 4 gate. It's just a 4 gate where you do damage, you transition. He has this recall available. So for him, he's just kind of poking, and as soon as he wants to, he can escape with little to no losses. 15 workers up, robotics on the way.
Yeah, and as our observer was just showing us, still no lair. Just now got started. And you can look at Revival's face. He's obviously stressed in here. This Overlord is trying to get a scout on exactly what's going on right now. He's just, you know, Harding is so fine with just kiting these guys for so long. He's just going to slowly come all the way back across the map. He's had map control for so long now. He gives up most of it now because he knows he's way ahead in tech, way ahead in attack, and he's just gonna start making immortals. I think he's just gonna follow this up. I don't even see a 3rd base coming here. He's gonna add some more gates. Yeah.
There are the gates, 4 of them.
Yep. Stops at 47 probes as well.
This is the way to. I mean, he's basically stifled Revival's economy. And for Revival, it's either, it's kind of a situation where it's drone or die. He has to make drones or the economy of Parting just eventually crushes him. But on the same note, if he makes too many drones, a follow-up attack could kill him too.
Yeah.
Good micro here, knowing the roaches are slow. I'm pretty sure he checked with the hallucination scout. He's like, all right, your lair's so late, your roaches are slow. Off creep, I'm going to fight them 1 by 1. Then further making his push stronger.
And he hasn't lost 1 stalker yet, and he's killed about 4 roaches. He can just keep kiting like this.
I think he can even get 1 more.
Yep.
Wow.
There's another. And again, more targets here. 1 more hit on that roach, and a 6-1 is going to go down. 6 roaches now. Look at this trading.
This control is amazing, and you know what?
Look at this.
Yeah, I mean, the Soul Train. Choo-choo on those sentries, man.
Yep, Warp Prison in the making now as well. It's going to fly across. Forward pylon here as well.
He needs to shut down these pylons. If even a single pylon finishes, that means that he can use the Warp Prism to save his Immortals instead of, you know, being the warp point. He actually eliminates both pylons, and Parting, because of that recall, loses a lot of Mothership Core energy and even a lot of time because not all of his units are able to come across the map. So maybe Revival can actually slow him down here. Well, this isn't the way to do it.
Yeah, catching a huge amount of roaches now. I think about 5 of them go down as well, and now with a bunch more gates here, 3 more added, he's going to just start warping in stalkers, and I don't know if the economy is here to make enough roaches to stop this. And he's basically only got roachling against a bunch of immortals as well.
That is so much force of energy, even with the delay. And oh, Revival on top of this at least. Trying to get those rocks down. He does get them. Opens up an additional pathway. This is the Warp Prism I was talking about. He can't use it to lift the Immortals right now if it's being used in phase mode to make the Stalkers. There's that pylon. He needs it if he wants to have the full utility out of the Immortals. Force Fields fades here. He has to use a second wave. Ooh, that Time Warp even goes down. Revival is doing a great job of buying time, but it feels like just borrowed time right now as the rest of his roaches here are caught. One Immortal also caught. And picks it up. Nicely done. And those pylons are finishing up right about now. He can warp in a lot more units here.
And he is going to start warping in units. Revival knows this is do or die. He's pulling all the drones now for the surround, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be enough. The Immortal's doing too much damage to the roaches. Warpin's coming in as well. And Harding with a follow-up push is going to take it to 1-1.
Wow, you know, I've never quite seen a parting build like this one before. Really, really like it. GG. This is parting saying, I'm going to do a build where it's super micro-oriented, and if I don't micro perfectly, I'm not going to get the best out of it, but he makes a composition that's hard to deal with. Revival sees it, but that's exactly what he wants. He wants him to make a ton of units, then he's going to micro against them over and over and over and over again to wear him down, so he does a follow-up push while he's probing up, you know, continuing the upgrades, getting that tech up. So he keeps Revival so stuck back. He's basically like putting Revival on this clock that moves backwards in time, because Parting is moving forward into the game, building the units he needs tech-wise, and Revival is still stuck on this slow roach composition for so long, and he needs to make more roaches or he dies to the 4 warp gate push. So it's a lose-lose situation, and then when the follow-up comes, yeah, he's just going to get killed.
Yeah. The one thing that sticks out to me that I feel is pretty cool is the difference in responses between Zest and Parting when they feel like they're the not underdog, the overdog, I guess, the guy who has all the fans behind them,
not
the guy
favored,
who has,
I guess.
Yeah, the favored player, the guy who feels like he's the favorite player. How do they respond? Zest is like, well, I'm just going to play super passive Protoss. I'm going to get a bunch of observers. I'm going to see what you're going to do, and I'm going to take it way late macro. I can beat you in that kind of game. And Parting's like, I'm just going to rush you down over and over and over again, and we're going to see how many times I can do this until you finally crack.
Yeah.
And it really speaks to their kind of play styles and
when you
the
look
way
at that,
they think about this kind of game.
Right. When you look at that micro that we saw from Parting in Game 2, where he's just microing against the slow roaches because he knows the layer is late, and he's just doing this over and over and over again. That's just the sign of a player who is strong in all facets, timings, macro, then also these very specific micro situations where he's just trying to wear his opponent down. And it works. It does eventually wear Revival down. And good forces there in the end, a high sentry count that he built up over time. Very, very solid play. So I think one of these players needed to take a quick break, but the lobby is being created. I just confirmed by looking over my shoulder.
Yeah.
So we're going to get a bit of an update on what the map is. I think probably once we get in the game, because that's what happened last time. Oh, no, okay. Here we go. So 1-1 and Frost.
Frost is the map. Revival wants to go macro here. He wants his space. And hopefully for him, if that's what he wants, maybe they spawn cross spawns. Does not want Parting to do any more weird rushes against him.
Hey, I like the pick. You pick this map against Stats, you pick this map against Zest, or even maybe against a player like Trap, and you're asking for trouble. But you pick this map against Parting, especially with how Parting has shown us already in this best of 3, that in games 1 and 2, he's going to be attacking early, and a lot of times relying upon that rush distance. I think it's a great choice. It's time, Brendan. We are in Group A of the round of 8 of the GSL Global Tournament. It's the losers match. Parting and Revival are tied up 1-1. One player moves on, the other drops out.